I stepped in to help someone, and then they asked me to put my name on it. Let's talk about that in today's video. You see, I was, I had a job I was doing as a British Sign Language interpreter. I was already in the hospital. The client was being examined and I had to wait. I was like, we're waiting anyway. I was waiting. And then I just got a message from another client that I've worked with before. I didn't really recognize the number, but I hadn't saved the number. Should I say? Picked it up as a video call. Like, oh, okay. Hi, what's going on? And realized that it was this client. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he's like, okay, we're in the hospital. They made some issues with the interpreter, and here we are. I don't know what this person is saying. I'm like, okay, here we go again, because this kind of like happened in the last appointment I did with this person. So I was scheduled to work with them. Say, I had met them. Sometimes this happens where I would just see the same person in different situation and different setting. So I had seen them in a different appointment for a different situation and said, oh, see you Saturday, right? And they said, yeah, we'll see you Saturday at 1 o'clock. And I said, yeah, sure, 1 o'clock. So when I checked my thing properly, I was like, this is saying 11 o'clock. So why, maybe it was changed, or maybe they made a mistake thinking it's 1 or whatever they're about. I went down to the place, introduced myself and said, okay, this is why I'm here, the 9 years of what's going on. And then they realized, oh, the appointment's for 1 o'clock. I'm like, on my portal, my app, it is saying that it is happening now. So I don't know what has gone on. They went and checked and realized that the officer, the admin person that booked me for the 11th at 11 o'clock and then forget, I don't know, they made a mistake, and instead of putting it 1, they put 11, which was the day of the appointment. So there's this mistake of now the client's going to come and they wouldn't have an interpreter because I've come early. So I just said, you know what? Here is my number. It's fine because it's the weekend and I wanted to like carry on this. I don't normally work weekends, but I just like, you know what? Let's just do this one. I'll be home. You can call me back. I'll interpret, because it wasn't like, it was something I could handle, right? Gave the midwife, not the midwife, excuse me. It was not midwife I was seeing. Gave the clinician my number to say, okay, when they arrive, call me. I'll give them a briefing and we'll take it from there. Fine. The time came, the call came, and explained the situation. It was an admin error. I had been there earlier, but they were not there. And so I'm here over, I think, what did we use? We used, I don't know, was it FaceTime or was it WhatsApp? One of those two apps we used. And like, would try and make it work, because there was no way I was going to go back that way. I was home, comfortable. Did the thing. I've already been signed off, so I just like, you know what, it is what it is, right? Let's just make sure this is fine. Now, fast forward to this appointment, right, where that had happened. Everybody was happy, moved on. They knew what was going on. I signed off. And this is when I now got this call from the client saying, oh, similar situation, because it's like another check. Like, what's going on? So what has happened was, so the next time they were due to come in, initially they were scheduled for 12. But one of the couple couldn't make the time and said, look, I wouldn't be able to because I need to, I had another appointment. So they rescheduled for 10:30. So now the admin person again was there when they ready, like, how they'll go and make the appointment, they come and tell you, and then I said, oh no, I can't do this appointment. Okay, let's go back. So they went back and told this person, did they change it? No. So now the interpreter is coming in at 12 and they're in at 10:30 because it was a new agreed time. That's when they called me and said, okay, oh, we're here. We don't know what's going on with the interpreter. They didn't even know what's going on. So I had to explain to them that, okay, deja vu, another mistake. They didn't change. It's like she knew, like, yeah, I know you said, but it didn't trickle down to the agency. No, where. So someone is coming at 12. So they had to actually go and cancel that person. Only God knows if they cancel on that person. They might have arrived and said, oh, they've been seen. Another thing. Anyway, I just thought, you know what? I was already in the hospital. Actually, the funny thing, the same hospital. And this person's there calling me, waiting on the client to finish their whatever treatment they're doing. And I'll go back and then do the consultation assignment. So I'm like, yeah, fine, I can talk for a while. I was even thinking that, you know what? I'm almost done. I can come down there because they had other issues that they wanted to like rectify and sort out. So they're asking all the questions, how's this one, blah, 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 da, 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 like all the checks and everything to make sure before they start doing the monitoring and all that. And then it came to the point where the client wanted something else done. So, oh, you can't have it done in this department. You have to go and speak to another person to get it done. They're like, okay, wow, we'll see them over the weekend again. We'll sort it out then. Fine. Now tell me why. After this whole thing, and after the person now like, oh, so now I'm speaking to the person. They've now showed me to the clinician to say, okay, I'll be interpreting, right? And like, oh yeah, sorry about the mix up, da 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 da. Are you the interpreter? I'm like, I am not the interpreter for this, but I am an interpreter. And I've interpreted for them for the previous appointment there, but I've not been booked for this. I'm just, I could use the word helping, just to make sure everything is fine, right? Finish the whole thing, back and forth, clarity, this happened, da, da, da. I just like, you know what? Sometimes we do jobs out of goodwill. Not because I could always say, you know what, I'll do this job now, and then you just schedule me for like later on, and I'll get paid. Like there's always way around stuff like that. But just like, you know what, just do whatever. Finish the whole thing, and then this lady is now saying, okay, can I have your name so I can put on record that you interpreted? And I'm like, you want my name? I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my name. Like you didn't book me. I'm doing them a favor by giving you access to what they're saying. So why do you want my name on there? Why would I give you my name on an official document to say, yes, I interpreted? And then if people are like doing auditing or whatever, yes, they provided an interpreter. They didn't. So why should I give you my name to now say I interpreted? No, I said you can put stuff like an interpreter over the phone or whatever it is, but I'm not giving you my name for you to put there. Oh, and then I can't say that it was interpreted. Then if that's the case, then you don't say you got access to whatever way. But I wouldn't be giving you my name if I wasn't officially booked. There is no way. And then she was a bit pissed by it. Like I wouldn't. I'm like, no, because here's the thing: when you help without boundaries, yeah, people don't just register it as gratitude. They start registering it as availability, right? So now you stop being that kind person and you now start becoming that accessible person. They will now start every time they need help or need whatever, it is you that will be called, right? It is you they would like want that help from. But here's the other thing as well. Me putting my name in the document when I wasn't officially booked is like my name is or anyone's name, right? In that capacity is your professional identity. So if you're giving your name, you're giving away, like just catch, oh yeah, my name is this. When you've not been officially booked, that means you are just giving away yourself casually. Because saying, you know, oh yeah, just to be on the safe to save things or no. Because if anything happens, if anything is liable, that it's you that will come and say, yes, you interpreted, so that's it. But it wasn't in a professional capacity. You weren't booked, you weren't assigned, and now they now want to put you on there to say you interpreted. I said, no, you can describe me, but you're not going to get my name to be put on there because liability as a freelancer, you have to have an insurance in case of anything happens, right? There's insurance there to cover your back. So if an investigation happens or checks gone through and then realize, oh, you weren't actually physically or you were not officially booked for this, but you interpreted and something went wrong, how am I going to save my back? What is the, what's the back in there if anything happens? Because we just think, oh yeah, it's just oh, we're just helping out here, it's fine. Oh, I'm this, da, da, da. No, you're not professional, you're not in a professional capacity. So why are you putting your name to a thing that it is not yours to put? They didn't book you. You didn't sign no contracts with anybody. Nobody's paying you. So why should you give yourself? We can't do help out here and there, but we can talk about this in another video where when we now start giving ourselves that access, people like the client, you're trying to be kind, you're trying to be helpful, but at the same time, they don't see it like the gratitude of it. They can then start seeing that, oh yeah, this is accessibility. And then the people who are supposed to bring and provide those services wouldn't, because you're quick access. You are there to just do the thing. So we can go deeper on that in the next one. But this one's more, I really want us to understand that if you're not in that professional capacity, putting and signing your name on certain things, you have to be very careful. One has to be careful in where you put your name when it is not in a right professional conduct. Because if anything goes wrong, you're on your own. There is no union, there is nobody, because you didn't go through the night. You weren't officially booked for the job. You weren't nothing. And then you're putting your name in there. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section, because for me, I refuse, and they weren't happy about it to let it happen or whatever. I mean, I could have gone further and said, okay, if you want my name on it, then officially book me then. Just call up the agency, sort it out, and I'll be happy to do that. But the job's already done. There are other ways you can do it, but I personally would not put my name in something that wasn't official channels or wasn't the right thing. Oh, just sign here, or just give me your thing. No, what am I signing? I need to know what it is. And that's why when people I after the job and I'm signing away and people are like, oh yeah, you don't even know where you're signing. Read the thing and check, okay, who's responsible to pay me? So I always tell people when I'm signing off to say, look, this is just to say that I attended, to confirm that I did the job at this time and that time, and that's it. It is not to say that you're liable to pay me. Just give them that disclaimer so that everyone's cool. Because sometimes you finish the job, whoever's booked you is not the person who you're interpreting for. And sometimes there's agitation of oh, am I signing? And kudos to them. You need to know what you're signing. And you need to know where you're putting your name at. So I wouldn't, if I wasn't officially booked, I wouldn't give my name or whatever to anything. I wouldn't be signing anything. Oh, you interpret, no, you didn't book me. So that ain't happening. Because the moment your kindness then becomes somebody else's system, you see, that's when those moments of help, you've chosen yourself. So we have to be very mindful for that. Because I don't know for you, if your kindness has ever now become somebody else's expectation, where you're the first port of call. Let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't already, subscribe, as we do this every single day. And remember that your voice matters and it's your time to use it. Nene here. Bye for now.